After I pledged, I showed my dad my little True Gentleman card. And he read that, and he just said, if you can live up to that, you'll be a successful person, no matter what kind of career you get into.
He had a lot of quality guys that I joined for, but the real reason is I saw the True Gentleman plaque, and I was sold.
The True Gentleman.
The True Gentleman, sir. A Sigma Alpha Epsilon, sir.
The true gentleman is the man whose conduct proceeds from goodwill and an acute sense of propriety, and whose self-control is equal to all emergencies.
Who does not make the poor man conscious of his poverty, the obscure man of his obscurity, or any man of his inferiority or deformity.
Two of my closest fraternity brothers passed away, and I realized at the time that they were people that I should have not neglected, people that I should have kept in touch with. And we all go through those experiences. And then I just happened to pull out my True Gentleman card. And I was thinking about Bob and Scott passing away, and it was just sort of like they epitomized the true gentleman for me.
Who is himself humbled when necessity compels him to humble another.
Who does not flatter wealth, cringe before power, or boast of his own possessions or achievements.
And those words are still framed, and they're in my office at home. And they mean something to me as much now, today, as they did in that pledgeship all those many years ago.
I've carried this in my billfold ever since I was in college. This is the original True Gentleman card here that's got, you know, the words underlined and everything that I had to memorize. It's got like the founders of SAE written on the back that you had to memorize. And as you can see, it's almost fallen apart. It's taped together and in pretty bad condition, but I've really felt like that if I acted this way in my life, that I was probably doing the right thing most of the time or all of the time, and it was just good rules to follow.
Who speaks with frankness but always with sincerity and sympathy. Whose deed follows his word.
I took it seriously, that this is a concept that should be respected, and I think if you would ask people that know me well, that they would say that I am a gentleman, and I prize that as perhaps one of the most important things that one should have.
Who thinks of the rights and feelings of others rather than his own, and who appears well in any company.
A man with whom honor is sacred and virtue safe. John Walter Whalen.
John Walter Whalen.